So, hang on. Alright, sorry about that. So I've been looking at the scope tab so long, it turns out that I didn't look at the readout. Actually, let's look at the command first. So this is an open loop. I haven't done this in closed loop before, and obviously I should have. My bad, YOLO. So I'm just going to play around with this a bit. If I trigger this in X, there's no command on the Y channel. There is no command on the X channel when I do this in Y. Okay, that makes sense. If I trigger an X, nothing happens. When I trigger a Y though, look at that. That's what's fucking going on here, I think. I have no idea what this is about. It's obviously very repeatable. There's obviously no command being sent whatsoever. I can tell you that from those cables, the Y is in contact with the table. So the Y cable, I don't know if these cables are command or readout. I don't know which of the ones on the table are the serial ones. And the actual analog DIO cable, or sorry, BNC cable, is... Oh, actually there is. Oh shit, there is a response when you go down. Or, this is the fucking problem right here. What is this about? So I've got all of the... I probably caused this issue because all of the BNC cables are tied together in the in bubble wrap because I was having noise issues on the photodiodes, and this was my very weird attempt to try and stop the problem. Was I noticed that when I squeezed the cables together, the noise would go down, and so I bubble wrapped all of those cables connected into the box together, and I compressed them. I wrapped them in bubble wrap, and then I zip tied them together to compress them. So either the noise issues applied to this as well, and this didn't fix it, because I've also noticed, like, I feel like the photodiodes are not as you know what? I don't have data to prove it, so it's bullshit until... But I wonder if, like, this isn't part of the issue. I don't know if it's the serial or the BNC, is the short story here. Yeah. This would in theory well, but is it though? No wonder these things keep going down, right? Like, the command is nowhere near that. So, I guess an open loop... I still don't understand how this works, and I hate that. But I wonder if it's just, it keeps going down because it's like, I'm not where I'm trying to be right now. I think that must be what's happening. Because this guy's fine. This guy keeps going. Let's see what the degree to this on the micro drive is. Sorry, I'm going to trigger... I put the readouts up here so I could see them on the... Because I was hoping to see... For some reason, I thought this was the other issue. Because I didn't see this in the data. I don't think. That's what's weird to me. I didn't see this in the data that I took. Like, I saw that the stage was noisy, but it wasn't to that degree. But I was also looking at a 1 frame at a time and not in aggregate. So that could be it too. This is something that is only of a magnitude over a large range. The problem is that when we're doing our trim experiments, there is a big enough difference so that this is producing problems. Um, this is surprising because I feel like I've seen this problem on the microdrive before where I would see a response from the piezo readouts. But I think it was more like those transient spikes and not an actual motion. See, like that, yeah. This is what I was expecting to see when I click this. And that is noticeably different from what happens in the other regime. I cannot get over this. It's weird, though, that I don't see this as... Like, because clearly there is a problem. There pretty clearly is a problem. And yet... It's just not to the same degree. Try to measure what this... You know, if I was smart, what I would be doing right now. This is what I would be doing if I was smart. Alright. This is wild to me. And this doesn't stabilize as quickly either. I don't know what... Like, this is sloped and this is... And you can see that they're both very noisy. Like, you can see this kind of... I wonder if it's 60 hertz? Like, if I was gonna gamble on it, I would say it was 60 hertz. Because I don't know what else it would be. It always comes back to noise, doesn't it? Yeah, and if we look at what's on... Oh, this isn't even on. Cool. Right. It's like, why is that moving? That guy's already right in the middle. We're right where he belongs. Alright. See, I also see these things where it moves when I haven't even touched anything. And that's one of the things that really freaks me out. I was seeing this in the closed loop too. I have no idea what's going on. I think we must be on Zoom 1 here. I might be tripping, but I feel like the problem isn't quite as bad as it was in closed loop. It's one of those things I'd have to quantify, I guess. Maybe I wasn't in the center. Maybe I can't step this fast in open loop. Maybe that's the other thing. can't see both of these things at the same time. Too bad we hard-coded this to the tracking page. This would be really useful, actually. You know what's weird about this? It's drifting an X in the other direction in open loop. What's that about? Because normally in closed loop, the line would be off axis of the bead, but it'd be on the other side. The line would be on the right side of the bead, not the left side. What is that about? That is so weird. I'm gonna have to think about what this means. I don't think I could think of hard enough about what this means, since I don't really understand the way that this all works. I guess it means I can't assume that this kind of readout crosstalk occurs in closed loop without really testing it. Actually, I'm going to go back to, I don't think this data is really going to be analyzable except for the stage, but I hope this drift is just because it's in open loop, where like I stop issuing the command and it's still kind of appreciably moving. Just trying to get something where I can really place this, and actually I'm just going to zoom. Alright, if I look now, I've never zoomed during a live image before, so that'll be fun. I think it is actually slipping off axis in X as well now. Oh shoot, alright. I'm gonna go for this guy. No, don't lock up on me. This is the beat I'm looking at right here. Yeah. I mean, maybe a little bit. This isn't accurate, I have to reposition it, but I think it is. This may be the cause of what we're seeing in X2. It is much different magnitude than what we're seeing in Y. Okay. Okay. I don't know if we can really assume that this happens in close-up. What is that? That's weird. Yeah, I've been seeing like a lot of weird spurious motion. And I don't think it's the live view display. I think I've seen this on the monitor too. I wouldn't bet somebody's life on it, but pretty sure. Alright. I'm going to stop the acquisition. And I'm going to stop the broadcast.